Shalom. Okay, so we back. I know before I left, I told you where was I? Oh yeah, religion and government was the same thing. So I'll get to the scripture before I pick back up where I left off. Excuse my speech. I had to go to the emergency room yesterday, but it really don't even matter. But back to the scripture. Then I'll go back to what I was doing with Saturnalia. Okay, so we're in Leviticus 18 because 19 is right here. 18, and we call it verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you, ye shall not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Now, I was just going to read 3. See, I only had 3 wrote down. But since we in the spirit, I'm going to go back down. I'm going to go down to 4. Ye shall do my judgments, the Most High, and keep mine ordinance, the Most High, to walk therein. I am the Most High. I am the power, your Elohim, your Elohim, your God, your God. I am the power, your God. To walk in his ordinance. No, we just gonna wrap the presents just for the kids. To walk in his ordinance. No, well, I just want to be a heathen just for tomorrow, just for Saturday. Well, 6 days a week, and on Sunday I'll be a Christian. Walk in my ordinance. Okay? Right here. Now this one is, I'm going to get up to 3. This one is speaking about Egypt. Okay, you know, how the Egyptians did back then. Shave their head, which we not permitted to do because we're Hebrews. Putting makeup on men. Messing with magic, because you know how Kim it is with magic. All this stuff I read to you in Jeremiah about the pagan, about how the pagan part of it. This is just an Egyptian example. Jeremiah was a pagan example. This is an Egyptian example. Okay, these are examples of what we not supposed to do. Obviously, Christian is pagan. It actually has a real name. Christmas and New Year, Janus and Saturnalia, Janus, Anus. Come on, man, let's be for real. The simple fact that they had to redo the names to make them more, to sugarcoat the names and delete and hide everything about them, is that we shouldn't be doing them. Oh, well, it ain't that no more. It's this. So you mean to tell me these devil worshippers are not still sacrificing people to this day in the name of Saturnalia? I guarantee they are. I guarantee it. And most of them probably melanated. You should care about a dick sitting in your house that you done covered with decorations. Probably with your kids. You should care about that. You should care about God hating that. Okay? This is the Most High's word to Egypt when they were, to Israel when they were in Egypt, or after their dealings with Egypt. Okay, this is just more examples of what shouldn't we be doing. But back to what I was saying. Now, at this time, and you go look up the time period for yourself, because I done did this much, so you can give me that, because I'm not finna just give you the time period. I want to edify, but I also want you to go look it up. I don't want to just spoon feed you and spoil you. I want you to go look this stuff up. Religion and government, they were the same thing basically. Not like how it is today. You know how the government just control religion. They use it as a tool. It's a plaything. Let's be for real. The Pope go outside with that big ass chain on in the smoke, and the preachers and the Negro preachers jump up and down and break dance and it's all just a show. It's a toy now. But back then, when Saturnalia was jumping off, and everybody was in the streets doing orgies and doing what they was willing. Okay, doing whatever the hell they was willing back in Saturnalia days. Okay, it was an ordinance. You had to. I mean, the pagans, they loved it, but you had to participate in Saturnalia. You know, it's not like now how you got the freedom of religion, all that mess. Yeah, and it's finna be gone soon, quickly. But you had to. This was an ordinance. You had to, just like paying your taxes. You had to participate in Saturnalia. You had to go raping, and if you got picked to be the, I'll get to that in a second. No, I'm gonna get to it right now. To the where is it at? What is it called? The Misrule Lord, the Lord of Misrule. If you got picked to be the Lord of Misrule, let me get this to you right here. The Lord of Misrule had to really give into what is it called? Give into doing what he wanted to or she wanted to, whatever the sacrifice was. But the Lord of Misrule had to by choice choose any person that he or she wanted to have, or what I mean by have sex with, or a group of people to have an orgy with, or anybody that, I mean, they fed them very well. They made them real fat and gave them all lustrous foods and fattened them up and wined them and dined them. And then you know what happened at the end of that? On that day, the Lord of Misrule got set on fire and sacrificed to Saturnalia, to Saturn, to Saturn, in the name of Saturnalia, by Hashem Yahawashi. Do you understand what these people? Do you understand what this mess? Oh, it's just for the kids. No, this is real. All this is real and can be proven. Like dead ass. They were the orgies in the streets. Men, women, men. Orgy in the streets. Lasciviousness all over the place. Just abomination all over the place. Okay, this was an ordinance. Like paying taxes, you had to do this. Because religion and the government was the same thing. Now religion, it's a joke. I mean, it's always been a joke, even back then, still. Because if you think about being a Hebrew passing through there, well, no, back at that time, there was probably, I think that was captivity. You think about looking at that mess and you a Hebrew, and you know you're a Hebrew looking at that stuff, all that abomination. It make you sick to your stomach. You know, it's a joke. Just it's off the chain. But back on topic. Where is it? Same thing in this time period, and he got a so-called planet. What? Planet polytheism, which leads to magic. Okay. So, this honestly is what really led to polytheism. You know, the pagans started looking for different gods and looking for different forms of divinity. You know, basically they started messing with magic. Came in contact with the Druids, because the Druids was 100% pagan. I mean, the Druids. Let's get into Hollywood, and I'm not talking about celebrities. I'm talking about the actual stuff that they used to do magic with. Hollywood and mistletoe. Okay, let's get into mistletoe. Mistletoe went from them. Mistletoe is basically like a ruin or like a magical tool that they use to just hypnotize or MK, basically like MK Ultra a person. Basically women to have sex with, sacrifice, you know, do all just whatever. It don't matter. What you hypnotizing and beguiling people to do lascivious things to and for in the first place. Just stuff against the Most High. Look this up, mistletoe. Look up this stuff. Hear me out. Like I said, they turned to the Druids, and the Druids were pagans. Everything about Christmas and New Year is all pagan. Let's get some more on Saturnalia. Off of Christmas trees, let's go to reefs. I done gave you mistletoe. Let's go to reefs. Basically reefs are used as like summoning tools, like and also like portals for demons. Okay, look this stuff up. Yeah, oh, it's just a reef. It's just a pretty decoration. For real, it is. So then why did the Druids use it for sacrificing and summoning duels and summoning demons and putting them into people and using them for divination and casting them upon people? Why did they do that? Why did in Samhain they carve pumpkins and turnips and put the fat of a child that had been burned alive, the fat of a child had been burned alive in a candle? like they won some kind of victory. Just abominable, man. We got to come out of these traditions. This is part 2. I'm going to say Shalom, part 3 coming, Saturnalia. Come out these traditions.